Imagine this. One day you wake up, step out of bed, and you start to float. Your glass of water hovers in midair. The furniture rises slowly. Your phone drifts out of your hand, and outside cars are lifting off the roads. Gravity, the invisible force that has held everything together since the beginning of time, is gone. Sounds impossible, right? But what if it actually happened? What does science say about a world without gravity? Let's start with what gravity really is. Gravity isn't just something that pulls you down. It's the reason the moon orbits the Earth, and the Earth orbits the sun. Sir Isaac Newton was the first scientist to describe gravity in the 1600s, saying every object in the universe pulls on every other object with a force proportional to their mass. But then came Albert Einstein, who changed everything. Einstein's theory of general relativity explained that gravity isn't really a pulling force. It's a curvature of space and time. Imagine space as a giant stretchy fabric. When a massive object like Earth sits on that fabric, it bends it, and smaller things like the moon or satellites move along those curves. That's gravity. Now imagine if that bending suddenly vanished. According to Einstein's theory, if gravity somehow stopped existing, space-time itself would lose its structure. That means the moon would instantly fly off into space. The Earth, no longer pulled toward the sun, would shoot off in a straight line, freezing and dying as it drifted into the dark, cold void of interstellar space. Physicist Stephen Hawking once explained that gravity is one of the fundamental forces that keeps the universe stable. If gravity disappeared, all matter held together by it, stars, planets, galaxies, would tear apart. The sun would explode into pieces because gravity is what keeps its fiery gases together. Within seconds, our solar system would dissolve into chaos. On Earth, the first thing we'd notice would be horrifying. The air we breathe, our atmosphere, is held down by gravity. Without it, oxygen and nitrogen molecules would start to drift into space. Within minutes, you wouldn't be able to breathe. Lakes and oceans would rise off the surface, breaking into floating bubbles of water and then evaporate into space. People and objects would begin to float upward, but not slowly, because the Earth is spinning at about 670 kilometers per hour at the equator. Without gravity to anchor us, that spin would fling everything outward into space like dust from a fast-spinning wheel. Satellites would stop orbiting. Communication systems would fail. The moon would escape. The tides would vanish. The Earth itself might begin to crack apart because gravity also holds its core layers together. Without it, the molten iron at the planet's center would leak outward, and the planet could literally start to break into fragments. In the vast scale of the universe, things would get even worse. Galaxies would disintegrate. Black holes, which are formed by extreme gravitational collapse, would vanish completely, releasing unimaginable bursts of radiation. The entire cosmic structure, from stars to clusters to superclusters, would scatter into infinite emptiness. Interestingly, no scientist has ever predicted gravity will disappear, because it's not something that can just switch off. But physicists like Einstein and Hawking have warned us that understanding gravity's true nature could reveal deeper cosmic mysteries. Some theories, like quantum gravity, suggest that gravity might behave differently at the smallest scales, maybe even weaken in extreme conditions. In short, if gravity were ever to stop, even for a fraction of a second, everything we know, time, space, life, would collapse. The world would dissolve into chaos beyond imagination. So the next time you drop something and it falls to the ground, remember, that invisible force is the only thing keeping our universe from falling apart.